Juice. We got it, we got it. Juice. We got it, ain't nothing fake that's about it. Juice. We got it, we got it. Juice. We got it. Nice.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Juice. I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I apologize for the wait, but we're back. We're back to get this thing rolling. I got a new guest, got new topics. I'm ready to have some juicy entertainment. I appreciate all the support. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, and let your friends know what to tune into every Tuesday right here on this. First question. When someone is attracted to you and they try to approach you, what's the number one thing to do? What makes them get your number? What's the number one thing for them not to do? And what will also make that person get turned down?
To be themselves.
Be themselves. What do you mean by that?
A lot of people try and put on this facade of to try and impress you, especially if somebody's kind of already watching you on Instagram or Facebook. They kind of look to see who you are socially, and they try. If they see you post a picture in the gym, they're gonna come up to you and like, "Oh, I just finished working out," but really they don't, work out at all. They try and adapt to who you are versus, being honest, being who they truly are.
I would actually say that I like when someone is a little nervous, just because if someone is like too comfortable approaching me, like I want them to try to impress me. Like I don't want them to just automatically feel comfortable, like, oh yeah, I got this.
So you don't want too much confidence.
Right.
You want them to be a little intimidated by you.
Yeah, like awkwardness, shyness is okay.
Is there such thing as too much awkwardness?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like if you're like really awkward, but I think it's kind of cute sometimes.
Yeah, definitely a little awkwardness.
Yeah.
A lot of eye contact too.
So you must want to stare into your soul.
Yeah. Allegedly I don't have a soul, but if I did, yeah, I want someone to try and stare into my soul. Yeah.
Definitely good conversation. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's okay. But for me, I would be honest, like, when guys walk up to me, the first thing they say is, oh, you have a nice body. I like the way those jeans fit on you. Like, it sounds like all they want is sex.
That's what they tell me too.
Well, hey, if they come to you and say that, then, what you want is sex. For me, it's based off what comes out of your mouth. If you come to me and say that, the first thing I'm going to say is swerve. Leave me alone. I have a boyfriend. I'm gay. Something. Don't talk to me. But if you come to me and say, you look beautiful, I'd like to get to know you, take you out on a date and get to know you better, then I'll say, oh, he sounds like he really wants to get to know me. Or maybe he just got game. Hey, whatever. Then I guess that's my chance to show you that, don't try to play me. I'm actually a good girl. Don't do that. But I think that's what...
I think it also matters where you meet the person.
Location.
Yeah, location.
So they meet you at a church.
At a church, obviously they're not going to be, if it's a bold move if they come up to you like, hey, you got a nice body, like God and everyone. So if they're coming up to your church saying that, hopefully they're coming up all nice, I'm a little preacher boy right here.
No, church is off limits for me.
So you don't want a girl coming to you trying to talk to you at church.
I'm a pastor's kid. That's no. I learned my lesson a long time ago. Talking with girls from the church, no.
Yeah, don't let that fool you, because preachers' daughters, they be the freaks.
What about the sons too? Because the sons ain't
They-
good.
No, we're not talking about the sun.
Oh, we're not talking about the sons. We're gonna do a switch on that question. What's the number one thing not to do? If someone comes to you, what's the one thing that's like, get out of my face, don't talk to me?
Like Brooke stated about the confidence thing, don't be overconfident like you just got me, all right, just come humble but overconfident, like you just, you got me off the bat and, I'm about to wipe you up. Relax, too soon,
What's your name, Robert?
I would say, if it's at a bar setting, don't blow smoke in my face. I don't like, I don't like that,
Yeah,
I don't like that. Being loud, I don't like loud people in general, whether it be women or men, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're loud, it's kind of like unattractive. Like, I like low-key people, I guess.
So like you don't like extroverted people?
No, I like extroverted people. You can be extroverted and not be loud. But, if you're like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Well, that's a good point, extroverted. So what if they're very introverted? So they're like, well, Robert, I think you're cute, but, I just, so how are you going to react to that?
You gotta pry a little bit more. You gotta be like, yeah, you think what? you say, you know, you gotta make yourself feel, because introverts will talk, you just have to talk to them, you know? You have to make them feel comfortable with you. So that's the way I go about talking to an introverted person. You gotta get to know them, then open up.
One thing I hate is whenever someone comes up, like a girl comes up, she approaches me and she introduces herself, and then I have to finish the entire conversation the rest of the night. Then why did you even approach me? You know, like, tell me something about yourself. You know, I hate being the person that's doing all the talking.
Well, for me, I'm observant. The way you come up to me, the way you're postured, the way you're speaking, like I examine everything. And if I can tell that you came up to me telling me a lie, I'm gonna shut you down right then and there. And even if I try to shut you down and you're like, well, you have a boyfriend, you can have friends. No, take no, keep it moving.
But you can have friends.
I'm not a cheater, okay?
But you just have friends.
No. Why would you come up to me like in a club or at a party talking about, oh, well, you can't have friends. I know you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but you can't have friends. No, I can't have friends. I'm faithful. My boyfriend or girlfriend don't want friends. Don't
Boyfriend or girlfriend. I like how you slid in there.
And I agree. If somebody approaches you in that setting and they come up to you, they're not going to try. And once you tell them that, because that's not their initial thought, like, oh, you know, I want to be friends with her. Let me go over here so I can start a friendship. No, it's like, oh, she's pretty. I want to talk to her and get to know her. So I can agree on that.
Yeah, no different.
All right, the last question pertaining to that topic, and I'm at y'all one. You have to say the number one thing a person can do to get your number. Brooke.
I would just say, I mean, be nice. I honestly I give people, you know, a chance. I can't really, I'm definitely like a judger, but I won't like completely shut you down as long as you're nice and not rude, not trying to like hit on me, like you obviously just want to hook up with me, like what you were saying. But, cause I mean, I don't necessarily have to like call them back or text them back. Like, they can have my number, doesn't mean I'm gonna respond.
Caleb. Number one thing a girl could get your number.
Conversation, just like grab me mentally. I want to hear about your like life goals and dreams.
In the club? You seem like the type. You want to. So where'd you go to school? What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
Yeah, no, that's how I am. When I sit down and I'm in a social setting and I talk to people, like that's what I want to hear, you know. And you can definitely get my number with that, because then I know you can hold my attention. I'm like ADHD when it comes to people, and you have to hold my attention, or else I'll get bored, you know.
Daphne.
I would say keep
Don't
me
talk
guessing.
about your body.
Yeah, don't talk about my body. If you want to have sex, keep it moving. Keep me guessing. Like if you come up to me and just you're asking me questions and we're laughing and talking and you keep going, I'm like, is he gonna ask me for my number? He's trying to be friends, or he's just talking to me. He seems nice. Like just keep me guessing. Don't. Oh, he just wants my number. And just give it to him so he can get out of my face. Like,
Mystery.
Yeah.
And Robert.
I mean, if a girl's coming up to me and asking for my number, that's kind of like a special thing. Like, because normally a guy goes up to the girl, right? So if she's coming up to me, you know, that's pretty cool. She, you know, outgoing, came up to me like that. If she's having a good conversation, like Caleb said, obviously that helps. If she's into the same stuff I'm into, like willing to go on adventures and whatnot, you know, that'd be cool too. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Even at a club.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
all of
yeah.
that talking and there's music playing and you dancing.
It's hard to talk.
Well, most of the girls aren't dancing anyway, so you might as well talk.
That is very true.
I'm not dancing tonight. I'm just
Yeah, I'm not here. I'm here to look cute. Question numero dos. There's rumors flying around that Chris Brown and Rihanna are back dating again. What's your perspective on violence in a relationship? Is it okay one time, maybe twice? Could you deal with violence in a relationship? And could you stay with that person?
I mean, you know, you gotta knock them out. You know, no, I'm kidding. No, I don't think violence is ever okay. Ever.
She just hit you.
Yeah, so you're being violent.
It's like a play hit, like.
Okay. No.
Rihanna's face in the play hit.
Yeah, that's what Rihanna said.
I mean, I definitely don't agree. Like violence, especially like relationship violence, that's horrible. Domestic violence, sorry. I do believe in like forgiveness if it's just like one time. I don't want to say like it's okay because it's not, but I'm definitely just like I believe in forgiveness. So I mean, like if you're honestly like sorry and you're honestly like trying to be a better person and stuff like that, because everyone does like make mistakes. But I mean, obviously, if it's a pattern, and kind of like the woman will just like, or the man will just like stay with their partner, then I don't really think that person like should do that.
It's hard to tell. Like, what if they hit you one time and they say, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again, get on their knees and like do all the extras, and they do it again, and everyone's coming up to you saying, you should have known better, you should have left him, you know, if he hits you once, he's gonna hit you again. Like, you know, it's hard to tell. But me personally, I came from a domestic violence home, and my dad used to beat on my mom like all the time, and it was so normal to the point where when they were fighting, I would just go in my room, put my headphones in, and try to tune it out, or call my brothers and say, hey, they're fighting again, can you like come handle that so I can go to sleep? Like, it was that normal. First of all, I'm gonna say I don't condone it, but it is easy to like black out, like, and just let rage take over. And you can't hit somebody one time and realize and say, oh my gosh, you know, what did I just do? I love this person, why would I want to hurt this person? But what Chris Brown did, Rihanna's face, was
Fucked up.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That ain't no mistake. Like, you hit me like that, you have my face looking like that, and I'm not going back, I'm sorry.
No, he beat her like a stepchild.
She had the titty, like, legit right there. It was a titty.
Gentlemen, I guess a good spin on this question is, do you think you ever put your hands on a woman?
No.
No.
I think it's, and it varies for everyone. You know, I think out of the household that I grew up in, I've never seen my father put his hands on my mother in any way. And anytime they got into a dispute, it was always, let's sit down and talk about it, you know. So I'm definitely all against that. You know?
Not even a shake.
Not even a shake, you
You
know.
know, we kind of like the shake.
We can,
The shaking.
I mean, I've seen the shake. I mean, but it's. I'm not trying to be funny about it. It's nothing funny, because when the kid's in that situation, you know, it really eats at their, you know, at their personality, and they just, you know, that's part of how they develop, is seeing their parents interact. And so if your, you know, parents are fighting and you're a child, you know, that's what you grow up seeing.
And it's gonna affect like how they see relationships and what the norm is.
Yeah,
and stuff like
and
that.
if a person that you're with is driving you mad enough to where you want to hit them, you probably shouldn't be with them. And if a man is like hitting you already, you should probably find a better man.
Yeah,
Snap.
I agree.
I'm gonna get some ladies hit you up after this. Let's keep this thing rolling. Question number 3. How do you feel about transgender men calling themselves women? Is it brave, inappropriate, Bruce Jenner, or Caitlyn Jenner? How do you see them?
I see her as Caitlyn Jenner now. Like, that's what she wanted to be. So that's what she is now. I think if you desire to be that, you know, you can be that. But there's certain things as far as like sports, like say you're a professional male athlete and you want to become a woman and you want to keep doing that sport. Well, you're at a disadvantage, or you're at an advantage compared to women in that sport, because say you're a male UFC fighter, and I've listened to the Joe Rogan podcast and they've talked about this a lot. Your bone structure is denser. You can throw punches, heavier punches. It's just not fair. So yeah. So in that aspect, no, you can't do that. That's not fair. But you know, if you want to be known as a woman, you can be known as a woman. That's what we are living in today.
Caleb?
I don't agree with it. As a Christian, just my beliefs, it's not right.
Respect.
So I'm just against it, you know, 100%. But I'm not one to judge or, you know, treat someone different. I'll still treat you the same, love you the same. But I mean, that's that. You know, I'm not going to accept it, but I'll accept the fact that I'm still going to love you, treat you right, still greet you. I'm not going to shun you away. But yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm still gonna love everyone, and even though it is against my religion, but you have to do what makes you happy at the end of the day and what you feel comfortable in. The fact that he like basically lived a lie or felt uncomfortable his entire life, or for most of his life, is pretty like sad. I wouldn't want to have to go through that. So if he wants to do it and make him happy, her happy, then yeah.
Yeah, same thing for me. I'm all for happiness. Do whatever makes you happy. If getting your penis turned inside out to the vagina,
But she hadn't done that yet. She hadn't done that yet.
So he still got
so
a
it's a
dick.
good.
Yeah. She still has a dick, right?
It's not a shit
So-
if you have a dick. It's a dick.
Right. So it's kind of confusing. So there's a blurred line there. But there's a lot of people who have went the full way. So that's why I'm confused why they're making Caitlyn Jenner the role model. I don't know if it has to do with.
She got an SB over. I know y'all seen a controversy over the
Yeah, and it's like the media is just shoving this whole transgender stuff down your throat. It's like, you know, yeah, cool, we accept them, but, you know, do they gotta be everywhere? You know, like, I don't know.
So I guess the spin on this is, and one thing that I've noticed is that being gay or dating the same gender is becoming a social norm. And I don't know if I'm the only one who's seeing that.
It's being pushed that way.
It's being pushed, like everywhere I go, I see gay.
To me, I think it's a fad. You know, it's kind of like that popular thing. So it's a lot of people that I've seen, and this is kind of getting off topic, but a lot of people are, you know, coming out now who before, I don't know. To me, I think it's just something that's happening right now, and it'll die down. I say 10 years, we'll look back and be like, remember, you know, whenever the LGBT, you know, was very popular at that point in time, you know. I think each era has, you know, that popular thing. I think it's just popular right now.
I think it's more of that. It's becoming more accepted. You know, so people are more willing to step out because, like, obviously, if your neighbors, you know, if you came out of the closet and, you know, to your neighbor back in the day, they'd be like, go back in your house, go back in your closet.
Right.
Now, you know, they're more accepting, I guess, and also a lot of people want to argue that it's hormonal differences. Like, there's been studies shown where testosterones are at an all-time low in males and young males. So that could be a thing also. There's a lot of factors playing into this that no one even knows about.
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than what we think of just the physical sense of someone. Like you never know what somebody's going through. If a male says that he feels that he deserves to be in a woman's body, you can't tell him no that he doesn't feel that way. You don't know what somebody's gone through, how they've grown up. Like it's really deep. It's deeper than what we just see, you know, in the natural sense.
As a female, I know sometimes we tend to question the other side. What is it like to date a woman? Or because, you know, some females, they convert being gay because they're hurt by a man, and they're like, well, maybe if I date a woman, then I won't get hurt or something like that. So in that instance, sometimes it's what they go through, and they find it as a solution to whatever they're going through. Like, maybe if I turn myself into a woman, then it'll make life easier because I'm too feminine as a guy. Like, but for me, I feel like looking at it as from a religious aspect, God put you through trials and tribulations for a reason. And I feel like you're going through that path for a reason, probably to help someone else in the future. And for you to like eliminate what God has put you on earth as and just turn into a woman, it just erases God's plan for you. And I don't know. All going down for whatever makes you happy, I'm still religious.
Yeah, I know this was a question last week, and if I feel like it'll never ever have a definite good response. It's always gonna be back and forth with it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna definitely switch up off of this, get into something a little more steamy. Is there anything wrong with having a one-night stand? Could you be in a relationship with someone after having that one-night stand? Or are they always gonna be labeled as that one-night stand fling?
No. If the sex is good, I'm going back. I do not care. I do not care. That penis is mine. My name is written all over it, and it's mine, and I'm taking it. But don't get me wrong. If it's bad, if maybe it wasn't even supposed to be a one-night stand, and it was bad, it's gonna become a one-night stand. I'm not gonna want it no more.
This is me assuming that you had a one-night stand before.
No, why you assuming?
I mean, I'm just asking. The penis is yours, right? I mean, we all.
I'm just saying, if it's good, I'm gonna want it again.
So, would you want them again? Does that mean you could see yourself in a relationship, or they may be different for females versus the males?
Sometimes guys go having one-night stands and they be in relationships.
Mm.
If they're in a relationship and I'm like some type of one-night stand for one night, don't tell my girlfriend, no. Because you're gonna do the same thing to me, so why would I do that to myself? Even if it was good.
Brooke.
I'm a very emotional person. I like to connect with people, so I don't really do one night stands or like casual flings like that. I like to, like, if I'm gonna like be with someone or like hook up with someone, like there has to be some kind of like spark there. Like if we're talking or if, I've never just like met somebody at a bar and like went and like hooked up with them. So, but so I would say like, no, I've never really had one night stand.
Let's get juicy. Fellas.
In my past, I've been there.
Pass.
And it's not something that I'm proud of, my honest opinion, just according to, just my Christian beliefs, it's not the right thing to do, it's fornication. And to me, it gives off the wrong vibe. I think there's so many people that don't understand relationships and different things. Like, I know certain people, who'll have one night stands, and for the most part, the guy is just simply sex, is just hormonal, physical attraction. But a lot of times it's deeper for the woman. It's an emotional attachment. She generally wants more. She wants communication afterwards. Generally, the male wants to cut it off. And I think it's really messed up our generation because it's such a normal thing. Especially within the college era. All right, Friday we're going out, yada yada yada. We're gonna find a girl, one night stand. Boom. But then it really messes up. To me, I think it messes up the female mind. We're doing something that's considered to be love, to be a part of marriage, but we're not married. There's no bond, besides a physical bond. There's no title after this. There's no communication after this. So I really think it's a bad practice, and it's really really messing up our generation. I think as far as relationships, I think that's why a lot of people are so lost when it comes to settling down with someone, because it's just like, a girl's like, I want to go talk to him, but we just had a one night stand and we don't talk anymore. And she's emotionally attached, and he's just like, hey, bro, I hit her last week, and that's all it is, And so we have to be very mindful of what we do with our bodies, because sex is more mental than it is physical. It's so deep, and a lot of people don't understand it, and we just think it's just simply sex. But there's so much that goes on.
What if you're not ready for a relationship, and eventually you'll want to be with that person, but just not right now? You don't want to be tied down, so you don't label it a one night stand, but you do want to have sex with that person, but you let them know in advance that I don't want a relationship at the moment, but I am physically attracted to you, and this is what I want from you, and are you okay with that?
And maybe you want to be in a relationship where you have good sex, because if you get stuck in a relationship and you're having bad sex, it's not very engaging, because you have to be, you have to be there physically, and you have to be there emotionally as well. With sex, is kind of one and the same. One night stands, as far as that goes, if I can't talk to you and have a conversation, I don't really want to have sex with you. But also, we can't ignore the fact that not only as men we have needs, but women have needs too. And as we, are going more and more into the 21st century, you're seeing, all these feminist movements and all this, women getting paid 76 cents to the dollar, all those studies and whatnot. Women want to say, we have needs, we can control what we want and what we say. Although, the tradition has been, the man.
Yeah, and then you also have more and more women each year who are single and desire to be with someone, desire to be married, and it's becoming harder and harder to find, a spouse. I was listening to the radio earlier, and it's gradually increasing each year. And some people think it's, because I live in the wrong area, or, this or that, or my job, but no, it's our practice. To me, that's what I think. It's what you practice and what you believe in, and so I think it. Like I said, I don't agree with that. I don't see any pros coming out of it.
Probably because more people are going to Caitlyn Jenner and whatnot.
They call us the hookup generation.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that'll ever change? Do you think we'll ever go back to probably a generation of our parents grew up in, where it's about love and finding someone you can see yourself with the rest of your life? Do you think it'll go back to that?
Not at all.
I think so. History always repeats itself.
And I know a few people, a couple of my fraternity brothers, they're still, saving themselves for for their women. They're very Christian, and that's a good thing. People who are stuck in their, not stuck. I don't want to say stuck. That's a bad terminology. But people who are strong in their values as Christian men, and they want to find that one woman. It's really special for them whenever they do find that one woman. But I mean, as far as I go, like, I want to make sure I'm with someone who's compatible. So.
Just another, fact. I was watching a documentary recently, and it talked about boxers, and Mike Tyson came up, and he talked about for 6 months he would go without touching a woman because your trainers tell you don't touch a woman, while you're training because it makes you weaker, and it's true. And he said I would go 6 months at a time. I'm training hard and focused, and I'm not having sex. I'm not giving myself up to a woman.
See, they say women are bad for you.
Don't start that.
I mean, hey, I'm just going by the books. They say
Don't say that.
Y'all need us, okay?
Y'all do. Mentally, you do.
I mean, hey, it be like that sometimes. We don't gotta talk with one night stands or relationships like that's not my forte. Whatever. All right, we gonna close it out. We got our last question of the night. Matt Barnes recently told the media that him and Rihanna are secretly dating. She quickly put him down when she went on Instagram and told him he's a liar and she don't even know him. Have you ever been in this incident where someone false claimed you, either saying they dated you or that they had sex with you?
That happens a lot. Saying you had sex with somebody when you really didn't. That, I was gonna say it happened to me, and I was mad, and I snapped on him, and I made it a big scene just to let everyone know I did not have sex with that man. I never had sexual relations with that man.
Okay.
But that's common for a guy to say I had sex with her just for the sake of, well, I think to make themselves look good, because friends will say, oh yeah, she looked good, she has a nice body, well, I hit that, that's immature.
Immaturity.
I've been in that situation where somebody like false claims or they move too soon. We may be talking, but you're like, yeah, girl, we're dating already, and he's about to introduce me to his parents. No, you ain't even met the homies yet. Relax,
Well, are you letting her know? So what are you doing that is letting her know that you're not in that stage yet?
Yeah, Caleb.
Go ahead, Caleb. We want to know.
I'm an open communicator. I'm going to let you know. Like, if I'm going to put the title that we're dating, you will know. I'm going to tell you,
But you have to be the one to tell.
No, we're going to sit down and talk. And all right, how do you feel about me? And the way I believe, I think I should ask them. I don't want a woman to be like, I'm kind of the traditional guy. And so it's going to be known. I don't need you kind of jumping to conclusion, and then because that makes. And I'm all about starting with friendship. That's the base. And then if we gradually kind of both see, we're growing to the next level. It's levels to this, and you jump in levels. It's about to be game over.
I think women are more likely to claim a guy than...
They are.
Yeah, because you get tired of waiting for a guy to ask you out. Well, forget him. We talk.
So y'all make your own statuses.
You saying y'all. Some women, or girls, should I say, do that, and they just start claiming a person until they just, fine, you're my girlfriend. And, well, I won. I'm the girlfriend. But, yeah, I think women are more likely to do that than men.
And I think it's rude if you don't ask permission to put me as a Man Crush Monday on Instagram.
Have you ever replaced someone's Man Crush Monday and you did not even know they were going to do it?
What if it's
That
a
is
compliment?
Yeah, I didn't like the picture or comment,
That's
Is it recorded?
It's
No,
fine.
I didn't report it. No, it's kind of like, all right, that's cool, but you need to chill out, before you mess up something else.
It's like flattering but rude at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you, but. Like,
So you want
gotta take that.
someone to text you, Robert, and be like, yeah, Robert, I want to post you tomorrow as my Man Crush Monday. Is that okay? Question mark.
That'd be okay, because sometimes you don't know who you're talking to.
That's cool.
Yeah, do it jokingly like, well, I was going to put you as my Man Crush Monday, but you tripping, and then you like, oh, no, you fix the situation so you can get up on there.
No, I want to wake up in the morning and open my phone and see that I'm someone's going to crush on this day and be flattered.
You want to. I'm asking stuff in the gospel. Don't get mad at them. That's the question.
Well, yeah, it would be nice, it's a surprise. Like, yeah, you're my woman crush Wednesday, that would be flattering.
But
And
wouldn't
I-
that be like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Wouldn't that be like a false claim, kind of? Like, what if you don't necessarily like that guy, like, at all? And it's
then you just comment, haha, thanks.
Yeah,
Like,
like it's just a compliment.
okay.
It's just kind of saying you look
Yeah.
good.
I mean, like, and if you're like you're saying like if you're talking to somebody else and then this like random person like puts you like as that, then it's like, and then like your person that you're talking to like sees it and like what the heck.
Yeah, you got some explaining.
Then you need to post like, oh, that was nice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but you have to explain to the person you're talking to, like, I don't really know why.
I think I honestly prefer to not be anyone's main crush one day. Even if we are talking, or even if we're dating. Like, I just kind of learned from past relationships, like, keep, stuff off
That's
of social
sneaky
media.
ones.
You know?
The sneaky ones
No.
be like, don't put me on your Instagram.
No, that's not even
But
that.
I like what you're saying, like, it would be nice, like, because it's just like showing that they appreciate you and they want to like show you off and stuff like that. Whereas they're looking at it as like if you're not like in a relationship or you're not like talking.
To me, I think that's where they're worried too much about what others think. You want people to know that you're in a relationship, Like, I want the mystery to be there. I want people to be like, man, I wonder, is he dating anyone or not? Keep the mystery. I don't know,
I like that.
I don't know.
So you still care about other people's opinions then, because you want them to be like thinking, ooh, is Caleb in a relationship?
If
Like,
they're
No, I don't care what they think. I don't want to give them the thought.
If they're
But
mysterious.
why not? Why wouldn't you want people to know you're in a relationship if you're in a relationship?
There's other ways besides social media. I think social media is a big.
Yes.
You have to be careful with that, with what you post and with things. I don't know. It's just a thin line
I
for
think
me. Like I've learned from the
That
past.
opens the door for cheating. Because most of the time, you meet people through social media, sliding the DMs. That's kind of how you meet people.
Right in
For
there.
real. Like, and for you to not have no females on your Instagram, or me have no guy on my Instagram, you're going to automatically assume she's single, she's not talking to nobody, and it's sliding in DMs. I'm going to ask, yeah, you single. But that makes it okay. Now, if you go on someone's Instagram and you see them, Man Crush Monday, this is my boyfriend, 3 years strong, I love him so much. You might, well,
Mhm.
you might
Still gonna
not.
slide in the DMs. There's so many people.
You might not. People with morals are not going to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I feel like that opens the door for cheating. If I'm not on your Instagram, and I feel like you're just letting the world know that I'm free to do whatever I want.
Yeah, but that's bringing it back to the relationship, right? So you're saying if you're in a relationship, then you can be all on Instagram. But if you're not, why are you posting, Man Crush Mondays all the time? Because what if I go back 3 weeks and you're like, well, I wasn't your Man Crush Monday, like last week, that was like this other dude, like why are you man crushing on me? I thought you were man crushing on him.
I think it's teach his own on that one. Everybody has their different, thought and taste. Me personally, if you got me in the physical sense, who cares about you being on social media? You'll get there, But I mean, it's no rush or there's no need to post our every. Oh, me in bed, or the picture, with you holding my hand and we're going to the beach or somewhere,
You don't have to post every move. Just let the world know that I am your woman. You're my man. And you have.
And that is it. We're going to cut it right there. Make sure y'all tune into the next episode where we're going to talk about. Well, guys, that is all the time we have here tonight. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep showing us support because we really appreciate it. Myself, the cast members, the videographers, shout out to Creative Visions, shout out to 318 Photo, shout out to the whole squad. We really appreciate you guys. The buzz has been going around and we couldn't do it without you. Of course, it's the end of the show, so I have to give my very special message. And my message today is going to relate to violence in a relationship. Don't do it. It's not easy. You don't want to stand something that can happen once, twice. I get the whole, oh my God, I love him, or oh my God, I love her. I hope that doesn't happen to you guys, but it could happen. You don't want to stay within a relationship with someone that's putting their hands on you because they truly love you. They wouldn't do that. And like my girl Daphne said here, like it ain't cool. It ain't cool. Get help. There's plenty of help. You can always talk to someone. I know we feel scared to do things like that and to speak out because of how we feel, but remember, you are a very important individual and no one should ever harm you. So with that, tune in next week for episode 3 of The Juice. I got something very special planned for you guys. I think y'all gonna like it. I think it's time to shake things up. Y'all be easy. Remember, subscribe. Love y'all. Peace.